to Dream Matches, which is our elimination style event, as we're going to we've been giving you guys kind of the preview of what you're going to see tonight, maybe for the Elimination Chamber match, or pay-per-view as a whole, as we've already had some pretty cool things happen, even though, I kind of had to fix things to make them work, and actually they worked out pretty well. They've all been very exciting and entertaining, as we're getting ready now for the Smackdown Men's World Championship on the line, as Daniel Bryan will defend against 6 other champ people. So, you know, I'm not even going to give you guys the thing there. You already know he's Daniel Bryan. I'm just going to skip through this, folks. I don't play these. All honesty, I usually have these already kind of lasted, so I apologize. Usually I don't like to waste your time by entrances, especially when there's 6 of them.
I can tell you that none of these competitors are... Fellas, I've been looking forward to this match for a while.
Sorry, folks. However, we do have something else coming up that you guys will get to see the entrances for, and as we're going to get this thing started now. Sorry about that, folks. Again, we don't play these games, folks. We're not, obviously, if you know anything about the games, you would see the little things on the bottom of it. We're not playing. It's just demo. So it's completely up to the machine who wins, who loses, whatnot. As we don't really know what's going to happen WWE tonight, but we can tell you that as far as right now, Samoa Joe and Jeff Hardy are going to start things off, as it is right now. That is bad news for either one of them, really.
Challenger starting to falter.
I can tell you, though, my experience with Joe, who I know pretty well, is that he has some, for a guy that, he may look a lot bigger than a lot of guys, but don't let his size fool you. He's a very agile individual, despite, what you may think is big or not. I've seen Joe dive and fly and everything else. Jeff Hardy, of course, likes to do those things anyway. And again, folks, this is an Elimination Chamber match, so we all know how this works. As Daniel Bryan now, the current reigning champion, has now entered the fray. Jeff Hardy catches him with a right hand. Again, to the men you will see later on tonight in the Smackdown, match later on tonight.
Snapmare.
Apparently Grand Malak was supposed to be in this, but he's not now, so I guess he's, quote, injured, end quote. So in his place you have Kofi Kingston instead, because apparently there's no one else on the roster that deserves a shot independently going for a title than Kofi Kingston. Mustafa Ali, sorry, my sources have gone into me. So Mustafa Ali, I'm sorry, was supposed to be in there, but Kofi Kingston's in the same place. I thought Grand Malik probably be better anyway, but anyway.
His shoulders are down. And only a 1 count. Oh, wow.
Oh, here comes a phenomenal one. That's not good news for Daniel Bryan, who's kind of hanging out near the ropes as Jeff Hardy and Joe are duking it out. It's nice of AJ to leave Daniel Bryan alone for a second as Jeff Hardy goes after AJ Styles, and now Joe and Daniel Bryan. Styles, Jeff Hardy, Bryan, and Joe.
During Jeff Hardy's career, he's experienced great success, and he escaped this submission. And good thing, that could have been disastrous.
Quite frankly, I wouldn't mind seeing a match between Joe and Daniel Bryan in fair circumstances.
Double schoolboy! Look at this. Get ready! And the champ.
Daniel Bryan, and again, this is for the title, folks, as you already know. I don't think I have to tell you that, but...
Here's Samoa Joe.
And if you guys don't know the rules of one of these elimination style matches, is people are released from their pods and intervals, and every man kind of for themselves, and it's pinfalls, submissions, whatnot, anywhere around that ring area. It's a gated community, so to speak. So everything kind of takes place inside the creation that it is. the brainchild of one Chris Jericho and Eric Bischoff. But anyway,
Elimination Chamber featured
fun tidbits. As Jeff Hardy with that reverse DDT on Kofi Kingston, as Joe, Styles, and Bryan on the other side of the ring. We're waiting to get Randy Orton, looks like, as, oh my. Joe just drove Bryan through the pod, which sucks to be him.
There was so much anticipation leading up to the 2017 Elimination
And now we have the Viper entering the fray, and now everyone is now involved.
10 tons of steel, and in the process redefined this.
All 6 guys are involved now, and Joe and AJ trying to find his place.
AJ Styles beginning to breathe a little heavier now. This guy's a competitor. He's not going down yet. Not yet.
Kofi going on a pin on AJ Styles, gets a 1 count.
This early, no chance.
This is kind of anybody's real ball game right here, folks.
Harsh impact. He's making a statement here with this attack. Oh, nasty impact.
As Styles and Bryan step in and out of the ring.
No, don't do this. He wants no
Jeff Hardy sends Daniel Bryan back in the ring. Jeff Hardy wants some of Daniel Bryan. Goes for a pin on the current champion. Get the 2 count.
What a match. This is what
Joe and Randy Orton duking it out, as is Kofi and AJ. No one's eliminated thus far, folks. And there's a pin on Jeff Hardy. 2 count only.
Too soon.
Joe's going to the high rent district. Oh, and he misses. Crashed and burned. You want to do that with Randy Orton. Randy Orton sends Joe into the ring, and he goes right after him.
The Elimination Chamber is the
everyone else is kind of out in that other area.
The Chamber
and now,
if that doesn't end it,
the Viper's got Joe up. Randy Orton neck breaker.
New champion. A kick out after 1. Not yet. Styles looks like he wants to do it all by himself.
1 count only for Joe.
Looks like another victory for the champ. Here's the pin.
On Joe, I should say, by Randy Orton. And Daniel Bryan getting a 2 count on AJ Styles, as Kofi and Jeff Hardy are duking it out. And yep, pandemonium, ladies and gentlemen. What do you know? As Styles is sent into the ring and Bryan goes after him. Jeff Hardy's got a pin on Kofi. That's a 2 count for him. That and none. As now Daniel Bryan with a full Nelson. Styles battling out. Arm across the back. And oh, nice brain buster by AJ Styles. Jeff Hardy's got a pin on Kofi. Gets a 2 count for that. Joe kicks Styles, and then Bryan kicks Joe. Makes no sense, but okay. Randy Orton looked like he was going to get him some of something, but he decided not to. But Bryan decides he wants some of Randy Orton. As Jeff has eliminated Kofi Kingston, which is not probably something I would think would be kind of unlikely what would happen. I think that those things are probably very inevitable. As Styles is caught in the Ganagi, Joe's trying to tap out Styles. Styles battles out. Meanwhile, back in the fray, you got Jeff Hardy and Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton on the other side, as Styles and Joe are in the ring. The rivalry goes a long way for these 2 guys. Uh-oh, Styles going for the Styles clash, looks like. There it is.
Styles can finish the job here. Oh, man, Joe doesn't even...
Joe's down.
With the title on the line, champion.
2 count only. Joe's probably had so many of those style clashes over the years. It's probably like no different than the Hulk Hogan leg drop that apparently doesn't beat anybody anymore. As Styles gives a shot to Randy Orton and Joe in the same time, as Daniel Bryan does a bear hug on Jeff Hardy, and Joe with a pin on AJ Styles. Bryan comes over, the current champion, beats on Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy, who's kind of out on his feet. As Styles goes for drop kicks, and gets brought off by Joe. There's a drop kick. He finds a home for that one. Meanwhile, Daniel Bryan waited, and there's the yes lock on AJ Styles by the current reigning champion. And AJ has tapped out, ladies and gentlemen.
That caused some serious internal injuries. That's a shocking elimination, if you ask me.
Wow.
Shoulders down, championship on the line. 1,
Jeff Hardy.
2.
2 count only for Jeff Hardy by Randy Orton.
You have to wonder how much more.
Daniel Bryan misses a drop kick. Gets an elbow for Joe. Joe kicking the gut.
When this guy's looking at something big.
And now Jeff Hardy trying to get it. Randy Orton trying to break the neck of Jeff Hardy. Randy Orton, rather. As Daniel Bryan and Joe are duking it out. It's down to 4 men, ladies and gentlemen. Randy Orton went for a body slam, looked like, and Jeff Hardy, I don't think so. There's a twist of fate on Randy Orton. And a kick to the side of the face for Joe. Joe's out, too. Randy Orton's out. Jeff Hardy gets rid of Randy Orton. No more for the Viper. As Bryan now has a yes lock on Samoa Joe. This is the move that earlier tapped out AJ, and now Samoa Joe. And now it's down to Jeff Hardy and Daniel Bryan, ladies and gentlemen. Will this be Jeff Hardy's night tonight? Can this be the full circle for Jeff Hardy to get back to the King of the Mountain? Is a pin. Kicks out at 2. The fans are rooting behind Jeff Hardy. They like to see him kind of get over. Daniel Bryan kind of running those old two, mocking the crowd, so to speak. Jeff sent to the corner, not in a good way. And now sent to the other corner, and Bryan went for something. Jeff Hardy reversed it. And now Jeff with the defensive. Kick to the small of the back. Jeff's going to the ropes. What do you know? Jeff Hardy going to the ropes.
He's looking at it.
And he misses a swanton bomb.
Great idea by him.
But the current champion waited for him. Oh no. There's the yes lock, ladies and gentlemen. This is put down two tough guys already. Can Jeff Hardy get out of this? Or is the champion going to retain? Hey, good for Jeff. Jeff was the first one to battle out of that.
How in the world did he find the energy to do that?
And Jeff fights out and sends Bryan to the outside. It's probably more Jeff's speed than it is Daniel Bryan's.
And one more time.
Uh-oh. Jeff, the power bomb.
Wow, what a gritty
Jeff pulling out all stuff. There's a pin.
Championship on the line.
Two count only.
How'd he do that?
The fans would love to see the Enigma climb to the top, and there's a nice DDT by the Enigma that is known as Jeff Hardy. Right hand.
Sleeper slam. Oh boy, he is rolling. He might have it.
Twist of fate. There it is. That could be the end of it right here if he can make the pin.
He knows he's in trouble.
He's stalking Daniel Bryan.
Jeff Hardy's
Jeff Hardy might feel like it's over, and it's in, and another power bomb.
We might have a new
that could be the end of Daniel Bryan. Two count only, gets the shoulder out one last minute. Jeff Hardy getting this crowd fired up, and who knew that this was going to be the end of it? And well, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see it later on tonight, so you may very well see this tonight too. As Jeff Hardy is all over, and now he's going to the ropes again. This is where he kind of mid-fitted move earlier. Oh, Jeff. Jeff's going to the way up top, and then he's kind of maybe thinking maybe not. He was smart on that occasion. But Bryan caught him with a right hand. Uh-oh. And Jeff gets a back suplex for his troubles. Kicks out as Jeff Hardy. What a match this has been, folks.
Look at this, raining down sharp elbows.
We still have 2 more matches, ladies and gentlemen, coming up. So stick around. I'd like to remind you folks that the current show for tonight, you only have maybe about 5 matches in essence anyway. According to them, what they have planned for you guys tonight, on average, right now, your lineup is, as Jeff Hardy is trying to take it to Daniel Bryan. I'll go through this real quick. Your main event, they have it docked as the men's elimination, which you're watching right now. And if you're not doing the math, and there's 2 more matches left, which means this is not our main event. This is their main event. As Jeff Hardy's got a single-leg boxing crab on him by Daniel Bryan. Also, women's elimination chamber match. The tag team championships to be crowned. We've done that so many times, it's not even funny. We have our own matches for that. You already saw the Raw title that's on the line. Ronda Rousey, Ruby Riott. The Smackdown tag titles currently, according to them, will be The Miz and Shane McMahon versus the Usos. Oh, that's the yes lock, and that could be the end of it, folks.
There's no way the champ can lose now. You don't want
he gets out again. Hey, good for Jeff, because AJ and Joe couldn't get out of it, and Jeff got out twice now. Good for him. Anyway, the Intercontinental title is on the line, according to them, with Bobby Lashley defending against, of course, his mouthpiece, Lio Rush. Good thing he has Lio Rush to be a mouthpiece, because we all know no one can really hear him anyway. As he takes on Finn Balor, going for the Intercontinental title. No disqualification match, Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin. And in the Cruiserweight title on the line tonight, Buddy Murphy versus Akira Tozawa. I think that could be the end of Daniel Bryan, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I think Jeff Hardy knows it and he can feel it. He finally connected with those high rent district moves. There's another powerbomb. That could be the end of Daniel Bryan. Oh my goodness. He got the shoulder up, and this has been a hell of a match. Goes to show you who the tough group is. I don't know whoever said that these guys were the small side of the show, but SmackDown is definitely showing their worth right now. Now, so that's their current lineup, folks. So your main event is your men's elimination chamber match. You got the women's elimination chamber match for tag titles. You have your Raw women's title, women's championship on the line. SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Bobby Lashley versus Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship. No disqualifications. Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin. And Buddy Murphy, Akazawa for the Cruiserweight title. This is what they got for you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches, ladies and 7. 8 matches, folks. Don't you feel like, getting your money's worth? I hope so. But what we do, we've obviously given you more than 8 matches, ladies and gentlemen. We've given you guys classics. As Daniel Bryan's battled back in there and Jeff down again, gets a 2 count. So we still have the women's tag team match, which will be our main event, because, all honesty, that'll probably be a better main event than anything anyway. Although this has turned out to be quite a good match right here. However, we have another Elimination Chamber match we added because it should be on the line. And we have some stipulations. You'll have to watch it later to find out, but stick around. Oh, no. He went for the Swanton Bomb one time too many, did Jeff Hardy. And like always, he crashed and burned. And there's Daniel Bryan now with an ankle lock on Jeff Hardy. And Jeff now taps out. He had enough.
The champion retains.
Hey. I don't like the match here. And maybe the guy's kind of dorky. I mean, the whole vegan thing, and everyone knows I like steak and meat. And yeah. Anyway, I respect other people's opinions and such, but I might not, buy into the whole thing about Daniel Bryan and all that stuff, but hats off to the guy. He went through hell in this match, as you've seen. I mean, Samoa Joe right there drove him through a pod. Earlier in the match, he still was able to battle through all that. He tapped out. He tapped out 3 of the opponents that he had, which is impressive. And but hats off to Jeff Hardy, who kind of held in there longer than everybody else.
Watch this amazing action.
Here's Joe with a nice Fergani right there to Randy Orton. Hats off to really all these guys, as they did a hell of a job here. But good times, ladies and gentlemen.
Victory here. I can honestly
All right, folks. Normally on our show, we don't like to usually do the same matches back to back. However, for the interest of fairness, we're going to have to go back to back with another Elimination Chamber match. This one is the second to last, which means clearly the main event is the women's tag team match. But right now, we got a surprise for you. So hang on. Battle down the hatches. We're coming back live.